And we're back. Please excuse my filthy bench. I was cleaning a chainsaw, but the last part has arrived. A new replacement bottom bracket cartridge style to replace the Velo Orange Grand Cru one that I managed to destroy in the process of installation. Basically, the cup that threads on hit a exposed down tube pipe inside the bottom bracket and got all jacked up thread wise. Same thing, oops, sorry, there's my hand, with the expanding collar that's supposed to go on there. So that was a big bummer, a bunch of money down the drain. Pseudo shout out to Velo. Contacted customer service. They were very responsive, emails back and forth. They did try to find me a replacement thread-on sleeve and the expansion sleeve. All they could find was the expansion sleeve, so basically I'm screwed even if they could send that to me, which they would have, but useless without a new threaded piece. So what I ended up doing is replacing it with a different version. This is a Sunlight threadless bottom bracket cartridge. So a little bit different style, not quite as high tech with the expanding collars, but it is basically just a thread-on system. Goes through the bottom bracket tube like so. Nothing really press fit in there, so that's a little worrying, but I have a ton of Loctite because I have a brother-in-law who works for corporate. So that stuff's all over my garage. I'm going to use it on this. And this is a little rubber piece. Actually feels plastic now that I'm touching it. But that kind of creates a pinch and a seal there. So we're going to install that. Then the crank, pedals, chain. And the last thing to do is run the brake line, but I'm going to leave that super long because I think I'm going to put higher bars on this once I test it. So I'm going to put this all together and then show you what it looks like. And we're in business. Had I thought this through, I might have bought two bottom bracket tools like this one, because as you can see, there are no external splines, which I was hoping one side would have so that I could wrench on one side and socket on the other, but I was wrong. So I would have bought two of these, but I think having two of these would have been pretty useless in the long run, but it would have given me a little better peace of mind when it came to cinching this down. But as you can see, it's on and it spins pretty damn well and silently, so happy with that. Alright, now it's time to try and cut some chain up and see how we can get this to go. So who knew the hardest part of this thing so far was going to be putting a chain on it. It lines up mostly fine. The issue is one single chain is too short, so I bought two, and now no matter what spot it is in the dropouts, I cannot get the chain to line up to a point where a second master will connect it. So I'm probably going to have to drop a tooth or two in the front sprocket, which really blows because I wanted to finish this thing and ride it. But alas, that doesn't look like it's going to be happening today. So I'm going to futz with it a little more and see if I can't find something I'm missing. But yeah, something to keep in mind. Chain length. And that is all she wrote. It's all together. Chain still got a little slack, but I can fix that with a quick part. Rear wheel is lined up, front wheel is on. Brakes are on and adjusted and fully functional. Right on the rim where they should be with these awesome eBay arms. I did change the side that the brake was on because the routing of the cable is more conducive to coming straight out and arcing around and down to this side of the brake. Counterintuitive to my motorcycle background where the front brake is on the right, but better cable routing, so gotta do what you gotta do. Sat on it, I think I said this already, and it was great on the bench at its current height. So yeah, tomorrow maiden voyage.
All right, here we go. First attempt maiden voyage with the finished Tallbike. Well, that was a success, except for the bottle opener doesn't work that great, but cheers.